Send the messages. Send the questions. Send the questions.
I forgot questions.
Send the questions.
Brady and I are just about to start this month's Post Your Podcast Questions Below. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 29 of the James and Brady podcast. Wow, that flew out of the mouth, off the tongue. I actually knew which one it was this time.
Back on, spinning center.
How have you been doing this past month, Brady?
I've been hanging in there.
Been hanging in?
Black Friday.
You worked Black Friday, didn't you? Oh, Lord.
And the thing is that with our store, we do it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So I got one more day left.
Oh, that sucks. So you work tomorrow then, too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
God.
Today's been my only day off, and I'm getting praise out the ass because...
That's good.
I'm staying fucking calm.
Yeah, I did not do good. I've worked 2 Black Fridays back when I worked Shoppers, and they are fucking nightmare. But at least I'm at least appreciate that it is spaced across like a 5-day weekend instead of just being Friday. So it's all like everyone's there at once, and it's insane.
God, I had this one dude talk to me on the phone, and he was like, "Oh, I want to see about doing a trade-in so I can put it towards whatever it was, Need for Speed Heat on Xbox One." I was like, "Okay, yeah, sure. What do we got? What are we trading in?" He's like, "So I got 2 controllers, and you're okay with searching this stuff up, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay, no problem." He's like, "Okay, so I have a 2nd generation Xbox One controller with the 3mm audio jack. The analog stick isn't working, but that's all that's wrong with it." I'm like, "We're not like."
That's all that's wrong with it. You
basically just threw yourself under the bus that you had a broken piece of
that's
equipment
all
that you wanted
that's
to trade
wrong
in.
with it.
And I was like, okay, so we can't take that back because there's something wrong with it. If it was working and functional, we would be able to take that back.
It isn't working and functional. It's just a control stick.
Yeah. So it's not a fucking car. It's not a fucking car. Yeah, there's a small ding in it, but it works. And then he was like, and then I have a 1st generation Xbox One controller that is perfectly fine and in working condition. I also have Forza 2. And I was like, okay, with those 2 items, sir, that comes to $23. Sir, are you there? Hello? He goes.
Just hangs up.
Like, he gets mad that I can't give him more money for his shit.
Well, it's like, that's why you just don't trade your shit into GameStop or EB Games.
Dude, I've done some amazing trades because, I know how to work the system. But
the only time I ever traded games into EB Games, when I was younger, I used to do it at Best Buy, actually, but I'll get into that later. Only time I ever traded stuff into EB Games was I traded my copy of Paper Mario Sticker Star and Luigi's Mansion 2 on 3DS, because they were both games I wasn't really into. Like, I didn't ever finish Luigi's Mansion until I reviewed it years later. I didn't really care for it back then, so I traded those 2 and got the new Far Cry game. I think it was Far Cry 4, just for free. And that was, fine. Because that's when I was in college. I didn't have a job at the time, so I was like, that's the only way I can do it. And that's why they do it. It's always kids that's their only way of getting new games, is by trading in their old games. What are you doing? I feel bad for anybody who just listens to this and doesn't watch it. I mean, who watches a video Giant Bomb has a video podcast, but I just listen to it and look at what they're doing every now and then. But every now and then they'll be like, "Oh man, hope people saw that," and then I'll rewind and see. But anyway, Best Buy I used to trade in my games because they actually gave you way better prices for it. I don't know if they still do that, but
I'm gonna walk in there with a bunch of Wii games one day.
Oh my God!
Just be like, "Yo, do you guys try to take back Wii games?"
Lord. But I remember trading in Sonic and the Secret Rings and the Ben 10 Wii game, and a couple of other just garbage I had at the time. I think I also traded in the 2 Mario and Luigi DS games, which is a bad idea. But I mean, I got them back for cheap later anyway. And I remember trading all those in, and I was able to get a couple of games. I think I got L.A. Noire. I think I got Deus Ex or something. I don't know. I got it was a lot better. I
remember I got Bowser's Inside Story from my ex-girlfriend, which was
I think you told me that one time.
Yeah, because my 3DS broke at the time, and she was like, "Well, I got my DSi, so that's something." I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, Bowser's Inside Story. Okay, that's cool. So I started playing that, and then fast forward a little bit, I was like, I don't want to be with this girl because she's been doing stuff that makes me uncomfortable, and I was just like, yeah, I'm cut things off and
the Exodus one.
Gave the deal. I'm opting out. Canceling this mission. Handed the DS to my friend. I was like, yo, give this back to her. Forgot I had New Super Mario Bros. In there. And I had 2 copies of New Super Mario Bros. Because my friend gave me his extra copy because I thought I lost mine. Stupid me just put it somewhere where I never thought I was going to look. Send that off. Going through my DS. Bowser's Inside Story. I was like, it's been 2 months. I'm not talking to her.
Whatever.
I was like...
If she wanted that back, she would have let you know by now in some way. She probably didn't even notice at that point.
But, going back to Black Friday, we have this temp. We're just going to call him Marvin, in a sense.
All right, Marvin.
Yeah. Because I shot Marvin in the face pretty much.
I'm thinking Marvin from PetScott, but yeah, I guess Marvin, yeah.
I shot Marvin in the face.
So my brain is just putting Phil Lamar acting in this role, okay.
And it's funny because he's a white dude.
Okay, so white Phil Lamar.
So...
That doesn't work. I can't imagine a black guy as a white guy. It just doesn't work. Well, I mean, you're in between, but I mean...
Just slide the slider.
Oh my god.
So you go black, white, yellow, red, blue, purple.
God, not to interrupt, but like that's when video games have it make your character and you can change their skin color, but it doesn't change their features. It's like I don't look like a black guy. I look like a white guy with brown skin. You know what I mean? It's weird. Yeah. I think people need to get better at that.
It's more or less it just doesn't match the ethnicity.
Because it's not just skin color; they have different features too.
Yeah.
But anyway, continue.
So Marvin is a moody asshole who thinks he knows more than everyone else, and when he gets corrected, he gets defensive. Or if he makes a mistake and we're just trying to help him out, he gets super defensive because he has an authoritative complex. I get praised by my manager for this because it was on Friday. He was there and he was doing typing in something for an order while I was on the floor helping people get their stuff, and my manager was saying something to him, being like, "Well, just do this," and it's like, "Well, I know that. I was asking about this," and then I kind of like walked over, and then once he was done the transaction, I was like, "Are you feeling stressed because of being at Black Friday?" And he was like, "No, I'm fine," like that, and I went, "Then watch your tone." And I was like, "Cause we've been here since 8 a.m.
Yeah,
we got a reason to be stressed. You just got in here. Calm down." And I walked away. People, my other coworkers were just like, "Oh wow,
man, give that motherfucker talking to."
Because I remember there was also one time like he had to like look for items that were on sale.
Yeah.
If he wasn't doing that, he was talking to Type C's about like, let's shit on these popular games because the obscure ones deserve a whole shit ton more praise. Even though they're
the
really
typical
bad.
Like I hate Fortnite.
Yeah, but let me talk about Dark Souls, like.
Because Dark Souls so underrated.
Yeah, because it doesn't compare to Mario Odyssey. I don't fucking know.
What are you talking about?
It's like comparing like
apples and
gravy to the pudding. like 2 different liquids.
Gravy's way better than pudding. I don't know why people even eat pudding. It's like they're different things.
Like you can't put whipped cream on pudding.
No. You remember Oh, not to interrupt again.
Yeah.
Do you remember? I'm sure Jackson told you this one time. We used to work at Walmart, and he heard this kid talking about a game. He's like, "Yeah, Super Mario Galaxy is pretty fun, but I like riding my bike better." Yeah. It's like what? Those are completely different things. Why would what?
I like running better.
Better. Exactly.
So he's talking to them and going on, and he's like, "Well, actually, I've been playing Mario RPG, blah blah blah, this and that." It's like, Gino's my favorite character. I'm like, please do not make me hate Gino. I'm like, you need to be gone after these 3 months for Christmas, and everything's gonna return back to normal. So he's talking to them and blah blah blah. He's supposed to be doing the task. I walk over with the printed sheet of the stuff he needs to find, which are like 5 friggin' items in the same friggin' department, and I have it folded, and I just tap him on his chest, and I go. Like that, and I just stared at him, really pissed off. So
he's just talking about bullshit instead of doing his job that took 2 seconds.
He's dingling his dick when he should be like riding his bike.
What? Sure, I know exactly what you mean. I don't know why though. But I feel like. Oh, is that?
No, I'm done.
I was gonna say, just go back to Gino. I feel like people that are into the Mario RPGs, you're either a Gino guy, or you're a Fawful guy.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of both. I love Fawful.
Because
Gino.
I never grew up playing Mario RPG.
Yeah.
The first Mario RPG I played as a kid was because Super Nintendo was a little before my time.
Yeah.
First console I had growing up that would have came out when I was was the N64. But I did grow up with the NES because my dad already had one. So my first exposure was the NES or my video games was NES.
Yeah.
Kind of skipped Super Nintendo, so I never grew up playing any Super Nintendo stuff. So my first Mario RPG was Paper Mario, and then Paper Mario then Superstar Saga, Thousand Year Door, and then Partners in Time, and then Bowser's Inside Story. Then after all of that, and Super Paper Mario, and after all of those 6 Mario RPGs, I played Mario RPG because it was on Virtual Console. And I remember feeling kind of underwhelmed by it. I thought it was just all right, and I never really had any attachment to Gino as a character, I guess. So like, I don't know, never really saw the hype around Gino for Smash. I feel like he can do like 2 things, and that's
well, like originally, like I was raised in like a household where we had the Nintendo and we had the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
However, I wasn't like consciously like active in like remembering that because I was more or less raised on the N64.
Yeah.
And then when my brother traded in the N64, he got a PlayStation. So like that was where I was kind of like mixed in.
Yeah.
However, going from there, I was always playing Mario 64. Then I got my Game Boy. I played Superstar Saga.
Yeah.
Sucked at it because I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. But that guy ended up beating it, and then I played Thousand Year Door, Super Paper Mario on the Wii. Fucking love that game.
I love Super Paper Mario.
Yeah.
I think that game's underrated.
I was glad when I went to Toronto. I found that for $15.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was super happy.
Yeah.
I was super happy Mario. And then after that, I went back to Mario RPG, and it was more or less because I used to watch Newgrounds flashes with like the sprites, and I would also have like the sprite sheets where I'd make like images and the Mario making stuff like that. But I was just like, that's the guy from those Flash things. Oh, he's from Mario.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And I went, wait, no, he's also from Super Paper Mario, or not Super Paper Mario, Superstar Saga.
Because he's in that one game, yeah.
And then they took him out. They took him out on the DS one.
Yeah, the 3DS one.
Yeah, they took a lot of things out. Like,
I actually was playing the 3DS version recently. I'll get to that in a bit, though.
but like, man, it's disappointing that they like lost the uniqueness of like the Toad sprites, the Bean Kingdom.
That thing got sterilized. Like, there's this one like robotic chain chomp enemy they replaced with just generic chain chomps.
Yeah,
it's come on.
Because I know there's also like the skeleton that was like a Donkey Kong.
Yeah, a Donkey Kong skeleton.
Like a skeleton of Donkey Kong, and now he's just like a bag of bones.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was very disappointed when I was seeing that.
It's like it feels like they had to cut corners at some points. Like, we could redraw the sprite and it could look awesome, or we're just gonna use the sprite we already have drawn because we don't have time. Yeah. I feel like that's what it was.
We took that from Dream Team.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was just like, oh, okay.
Because those new sprites look really good. They're like beautiful looking. Like you ever see you remember Chuckalator?
Yeah.
Yeah, his new sprite looks amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same with the giant hermit crab Christmas guy. His new sprite looks awesome. Yeah. Ooh. So it must have taken a long time because it looks like they're
Jellyfish Sisters. Have you seen them? Like the
Jellyfish Sisters?
they're the ones that teach you lightning and fire.
Oh, it's in that same area.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they look like, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I wonder how they look because I don't own it. And I do want to see.
I have been playing it lately because I needed footage of it, and like I got it like probably earlier this year, just never played it, and I figured I may as well get footage of that version because that's the version I have readily available right now, and like I still don't have any proper way of catching Game Boy Advance footage, so it's like whatever, I'll just use this version.
Were you asking around EB Games for a copy of Ukulele?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say because I was just thinking about that. I was like, wait, you just did a ukulele video?
No, they gave me review codes. So
and because like I was like, yes, I was like, you're doing a ukulele video. We had someone ask and call about that at work to ship it out, and he needed it within a few days, and I'm like,
oh no.
I was like, James requested.
No, they gave me a review copy. I think back before the game was even out, like a couple of days. So I'm pretty like late reviewing this one, but it's just because I had all this other stuff I wanted to do, and then I got to it. That video is fucking bombing, by the way. So that's what I did this month. God, 15 minutes in, we didn't even talk about
we just got stuff to talk
good. It's more interesting to talk about that than the bullshit I put out. Yeah, put out Ukulele. I did a follow-up to Yooka-Laylee called Yooka-Laylee The Impossible Layer. It's instead like a Donkey Kong Country style game.
Which
it's really good.
Yeah.
I like it a lot, and I gave it quite a favorable review. I thought it was very noble that they gave me a review copy after I gave their previous game such a not so great review.
I think they're consciously aware of that.
Yeah.
That they were like, yeah, we kind of got a little too crazy with it.
Yeah.
In the sense of like space.
Yeah,
and
those
then
maps are just
nothing.
too big.
Because I play it for like 15 minutes at a time, and I'm just like,
yeah.
I don't know what the fuck.
The comparison I think I'm making in the video is it's like Termina versus Hyrule.
Yeah.
Like Hyrule was impressive at the time, but it's just big and empty. Where Termina's smaller, but there's more stuff to do in it, and that's a better way of doing it.
And it's just perfectly linked.
Yeah.
The maps, when the maps like expanded, I was like, okay, I'm pretty much done this map.
Yeah.
I then seen it expand, and I went, oh god, no.
I was like, no,
please,
there's
no.
too much. There's too much before, especially
Yeah.
that ice level. Expanding that ice level is like, good lord, there's too much here. See, it's like in Banjo-Kazooie has like a lot of smaller worlds. This one has a couple of big ones. I think they should have done a lot of smaller ones. I know it would have taken more time and resources.
However, I think it would have had a better feedback.
Yeah. But yeah, that video I put out is bombing. It's only got 30,000 views after 2 days, which normally it should be like 60 to 70,000 views. I don't know what I don't know if YouTube's not giving it in people's feeds or people are just that disinterested in Yooka-Laylee.
I was gonna say maybe because of being Black Friday, like so many families and stuff are out with their kids, right? But like I don't know, like it is starting to turn into the holiday season, but like I don't think that shouldn't affect it.
I don't know. I put it out on a Saturday.
Yeah.
I can't imagine like most people. I don't know. I just hope YouTube's not fucking my channel over. That would be really unfortunate. Because the Luigi's Mansion video did awesome.
Yeah.
The Lucky's Tale video didn't do so great. It did okay. And this Yooka-Laylee one is the worst performing video of anything I put out all year.
Jesus.
Out of like any main... Like I also put out that interview I did with Sean and Marina.
Yeah.
From Analgesic Productions. Didn't do super well. I think it only got like 7,000 views, which I expected because it's a long interview. Very different than what I usually do.
Yeah.
But, like, that stuff I make knowing it won't do well, that I make because I wanted to make it. I want that information to be out there. I'd like a space where I can, like, you know, talk to these people and people can watch that. Because I did that with Jack King Spooner.
I remember that, yeah.
So, it was kind of difficult to, like, coordinate that interview because Sean lives in Japan right now, and he's, like, a 13-hour
He's, like, almost
time
a day,
zone
like, difference.
Yeah, half a day. It's, like, 11 or 13, it's something like that. I remember it was 1 hour off of 12. I don't know if it was ahead or behind, but, and Marina just lives in Chicago, so she was just, like, an hour behind me, which is easy.
It was more or less just coordinated with Sean, right?
So I had to wake up really early. So, like, that whole interview, we all sound really tired because Sean's up late and we're up early. But, kind of a low-energy interview, but I think a lot of cool information came out of that. I think Sean and Marina were super friendly and easy to talk to. That was I think it went well. Everyone who did watch it seemed to really like it, so I'm glad for that at least. But yeah, the Luigi's Mansion video did super well, crazy well. But I think that's just because it's Luigi, it's a Mario property. It's people, and I just hate that. I wish people just had more courage to click on stuff they don't already know about. So that's the whole reason I liked Angry Video Gamer when I was younger. It's like I'm learning about all this bullshit I never knew about. But nowadays, people like. They don't click on your video unless it's something they already know about, and they just want to hear you. They want to hear.
They're just like
you talk.
This might be my fantasy review on it. Like
like I don't get that. Wouldn't you rather learn about shit you've never heard of? Wouldn't you rather like learn new information instead of me just saying the same shit?
When I was learning about like the Seaman guy, like the game, like that was through Angry Video Game Nerd. So I was like, this is really weird. I want to know about this. What is this?
Yeah,
it's like games I don't know of already.
You know what my favorite channel? Yeah, you know what my favorite channel for that shit is?
Yeah.
Stop Skeletons for Fighting. Have you ever watched that channel?
I don't think I have.
They just take like butt ass old peripherals no one gives a shit about.
Yeah.
They talk all about them, and it's the coolest shit.
Really?
Like recently, he did. It's Derek and his I believe wife Grace. They do it together.
Yeah.
And Derek was just on camera talking about every single accessory they can find for the DS that goes in the Game Boy Advance slot.
Really?
So it's like, you know, the Guitar Hero thing, but there's also like this webcam thing. There's like a keyboard thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that only came out in Japan. It's like, I never knew about any of this except the Guitar Hero thing, and it's cool as fuck just learning about that. He recently did a video all about like Dreamcast accessories, and there's like a fishing rod accessory. Apparently you can use that fishing rod as a motion control sword in Soul Calibur, like a Wii remote. way before the Wii even came out. It's like,
frig?
who knows about that? Nobody. But this is a channel that's like, hey, check this cool shit out. That's what I want more of. I don't want people just being like, I'm only going to watch your videos if you review the game I want you to review, which is Mario.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Why don't you want to know about the unknown? Like, the unknown is, like, the coolest damn thing. Like, I mean, me growing up, I didn't know about this damn thing.
Yeah.
Friggin' coming in December. It's coming in December, dude.
God. Yeah.
Wait a minute. It's already came. Today's December 1st.
I've never seen someone that excited over the Wii speak. See, this is the kind of thing I want to talk about. When Animal Crossing comes out in March, getting ready for the winter, I see. That would actually probably keep you really warm, because it wraps around your...
Dude, we should just, like, go Christmas shopping with it.
Yeah, 'cause you got one, too.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, when Animal Crossing comes out in March, I want to do some Animal Crossing stuff. So I want to talk about all of the weird, dumb peripherals that were for Animal Crossing, like this thing. Because, like, no one knows about this shit. There's no high-quality videos of, like, someone showing off all the Animal Crossing e-reader shit, especially with those 2 NES cards no one has that I was able to
Pizza delivery.
Pizza delivery, yeah.
Oh, dude, speaking about e-reader cards, I had this dream that I went to a Walmart that doesn't even exist anymore. And I was like, oh, dude, they renovated the Walmart. In a place where they took down my old Walmart.
Yeah.
It's where I bought Superstar Saga Donkey Kong Country 3 for Game Boy. And I walk in, and I'm going down, like, the gaming section. And on, like, you know the, like, the middle aisle, like, shelves? They usually have, like, those, like, little rows of, like, stuff. And they had e-reader cards. And I went, dude. And there was, like, full packs of them. And they were, like, $2.99.
I would have not...
I looked in my wallet. I had $115. I had enough to pretty much buy all of them and still have more money.
That would have been.
I literally went. I was like, dude, I could buy these and give them to James, and then like, little Brady goes, little Devil Brady. He goes, or you could keep them. And then I went. Yeah, but I don't collect the e-reader cards. And then he goes, Angel Brady goes, it's like, yeah, but like. You can keep them because this will expand your collection of like history. And then I went. I was just like, so I took them to the front. I put them down, and I was like, I'd like to buy all these e-reader cards. And I looked up, and it was. Brady, when did you find the e-reader cards at Walmart? And it was you. And I went. Don't worry about that. And you're just like, okay.
My God.
It was like just like this. I woke up feeling guilty about it.
God, Jesus, selfish asshole.
Yeah, but
if you had all those e-reader cards, you bought them for yourself, I would be so fucking mad.
Dude, like,
especially if you had Animal Crossing ones.
The thing is, like, I woke up feeling so bad, and I was like, the best thing I could put like my mind at ease was. You didn't care because you already bought some. And I was just like, also, why would Devil Brady and Angel Brady
have the same opinion? Yeah, that's the part that got me. But God, like, that would be a fucking dream come true if that ever happened to me. That would be like, I hate having dreams like that. I have a lot of dreams where I go to pawn shops and I find really cool stuff, and I wake up and I'm like, oh, all that shit I found is, well, damn.
Like, as I had one similar to that when it was like, you know the Mario Kart source figures. They were like the Banjo.
Yeah, I have the Banjo one.
So,
continue.
Somewhere
I'm
there.
just going to show the Banjo one.
Because, like, I have everyone except Yoshi from that set. My Bowser is missing his, like, lower jaw. Like, it looked like it got shot off.
Yeah.
But I had Mario, I had Luigi, I had Wario, Donkey Kong, and Diddy, and Banjo, and Whizpig.
Whizpig.
So, I was like, man, I really wish I had some more characters from, like, this set. And we went to Toys R Us. And lo and behold, because like there was like that statue of Mario like that was in the center. Like, I fucking love that.
I remember that Mario.
And I was
statue.
like, I always wondered what happened to him. Like,
that must be somewhere.
I was like, I want that. I want to try to like because every time I went into the Toys R Us, I was like, I really want that statue. Like the one thing I could ever want in this world is that display statue.
Remember
of Mario.
the electronics section had their own beepers.
Yeah,
but now they don't at the new.
Because
one.
it was like shelving wall.
Yeah.
and then like there was the glass tipping, and then it was like the beepers, and then you would go off into like the Star Wars lightsaber.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit. But like, I walked in there, and there was a Waluigi with a purple cart, and I was like, ah! And I was like, please, can we buy this? And it was like, well, since it's like your birthday in like 2 days, I guess you can. So we had that, got it. I was playing with it, and I was like, dude, this is like a super cool ass figure.
Yeah.
So happy. And then I woke up and like looked over at my toys, no Waluigi, and I was just
That's
like,
what I always look at where I put it in the dream, and it's not there. I'm like, fuck.
yeah, I was mad.
God.
I was so mad. And now like they made the World Nintendo like figure Waluigi.
Yeah.
I bought that, and I like put him in the purple cart, and I went, he fits.
There he is.
He fits. I'm like,
There
I got
he
him.
is.
It took me like almost 20 years, but I got him.
You know what's a weird recurring dream I used
What's
to
that?
have when I was a kid is I used to take swimming lessons like once a week when I was elementary school, probably like grade 4, grade 5 or something.
Yeah.
I had this recurring dream. I don't know why. I would go to swimming lessons and my memory card for my GameCube would be in my pocket and I'd go swimming, come out, and it's ruined and all my data's gone.
I did that with my phone once.
Really?
Yeah,
God.
it was bad.
But so every time I would go swimming lessons, I would like check all my pockets, make sure there's no memory cards. Even though that doesn't make sense, why would they be there?
Don't need
But it's
memory,
like,
bud. Don't need memory,
yeah,
bud.
because I kept having that dream where I would ruin my memory cards. It was so weird. God.
The thing is, water didn't ruin my memory card. Taking it out of the slot apparently ruined it. At one point, I was so mad. All my chow data.
Oh, my chow data.
So bad.
All those level 99 chows. Yeah. God. Ever tell you about I used to have recurring nightmares that would take place in Animal Crossing. Ever tell you about this?
No.
I've never told you about this?
No.
God, I feel like I've told everyone this. I guess that means I never brought it up on the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to play Animal Crossing Wild World so fucking much as a kid. Like, probably, when did that come out? Like, 2004? Like, grade 4 and 5. I played the thing more than any video game. I played it so much that my dreams would often just take place in Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
And they would just be normal dreams. But since that happened so much, on the off chance I had a nightmare, that nightmare would sometimes just take place in Animal Crossing.
Oh,
and
God.
it would always
Talk
be
about your safe place being invaded.
Yeah, it would always be something weird. Like I would catch a fish, and I would like be fishing. I would catch a fish, but it was like just a jumble of pixels, and it fucks up the game.
I don't like that, dude.
And you know when you pull a card out, it's like it would make those sounds. It would always be shit like something goes wrong. Or I would be in the game, I'd be playing the game, and I'd turn the game off, the game won't turn off, or some like creepypasta shit kind of stuff like that.
Creepypasta-itis.
I remember, and some of them were like kind of cool.
Yeah.
I remember one, it was like nighttime, it was pitch black except for like these torches that kind of like had small areas of like light, and I was like making my way to each one, trying to avoid all the animals who were now rabid and they were like evil and trying to kill me. But I was like, but it was cool. It was like it's like a stealth horror game.
It's like reminding me of like the lighting in like Petscop.
Yeah,
like it would be like bright,
exactly like that.
Fades, darkness,
exactly
and then,
like that.
No, like that.
And then
sounds
I had to
terrifying.
make my way to Nook's Cranny, and I go in, and Nook's in his PJs from the Japanese version. If you do that thing where you go in at night,
it's just like, what the fuck are you doing here?
I forget what happened after that, but I just remember that being a thing. And I've recently, the past couple of months, I've been occasionally having dreams about Animal Crossing again.
Yeah.
I had this one really cool dream about Animal Crossing, I think 2 months ago, where it was me, Robbie, I think you, and a couple of my friends. We were in the Animal Crossing town, and you know how in Animal Crossing it's just like the camera's always looking at the same spot. And you can't look up what's like, when you go to the top of the map and you see like the wall there, you can't see what's up over that wall.
Yeah.
We found a ladder that went up that wall, and there's a whole second abandoned city way up top, and it was us journeying, trying to figure out how to get up to the abandoned city. It was like a ghost town, no one lived there, but on the way up was a secret Tom Nook shop that had so much more shit, like all the stuff you can't get anywhere else in the game. It's like, wow, we found a secret Animal Crossing area no one's known about, and it was just the coolest thing. And I woke up and it wasn't real. I was like, that would have been pretty dope.
I'd be scared if I saw an abandoned town like that.
See,
dude.
it was freaky, but I love stuff like that, just because I love horror game stuff. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
See, like there's just like horizon of just like desolation.
New Horizons.
Oh my God.
Because the old Horizon is dead.
Yeah.
The new one. That's why you got to restart on Abandoned Island, because you fucked up the old town.
Okay.
Zombie outbreak.
So there was Animal Crossing, and then there was City Folk, or
Wild World, then
Wild
City
World.
Folk, then New Leaf.
So
Then Amiibo Festival.
Okay. No wonder they abandoned the fucking town.
We turned the old town into a board game. Now we got to start over. Still going
Nook
back
was just
to
like,
this.
he was like looking around, like, this was a bad idea.
Oh my God.
Because it's like, I'm rolling the dice.
Everyone's just no one can like move from their house to the store without rolling dice now.
God. Dude, what if someone was like pursuing you and they had to roll the dice to chase you? I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
That would be like a board game level in a horror game. Like you get trapped in a board game.
Board game.
Board game. God damn.
Dude, like.
Oh, I get the burps now.
Dude, I had the burps earlier.
All right.
So, what games you been playing and how do you play them?
I've been playing Death Stranding lately, and I've been playing it with a DualShock 4 controller on my PlayStation 4 Pro.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've been doing that too.
Yeah, so I was not super interested in Death Stranding, but the more I saw people play it, I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I got nothing to play right now, that may as well be it.
Yeah.
And, I got to chapter 3. I just did that mission where you deliver the girl to the guy with the hourglass or whatever. That's where I'm at now. So I'm not like super duper far, but I'm like far enough to get like a good grip on everything you do in that game. I think it's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I really definitely disagree with all the reviews that came out for that thing. Like every reviewer thinks it's like this galaxy brain game that's really slow and boring and no one's gonna get. Yeah. But it's also boring and not for everyone. I don't think it's boring and not for everyone. I think a general audience could like that game. Yeah. But also, I think like the poetry, quote unquote, in that game is the most like pretentious, down your throat bullshit I've ever seen.
Like I really enjoy it mainly because like I like the feeling of
isolation,
like in
Metroid sort of. Yeah.
Yet you don't feel alone.
Yeah.
Especially when you're connected to the online, people have made bridges and stuff and routes for you, and I'm like, I don't feel alone, and this feels good.
That's the thing, is I think, like, the central theme of being interconnected yet disconnected, I think they do that with the gameplay super well. The gameplay ideas are so good. The way you can build structures, they appear in other people's games, but you don't see them, but you get likes from them, and that's like, that is some meta commentary there that is valuable and that has meaning, but the fucking story is so garbage. Like, all the cutscenes they shove down your throat, all of these symbolisms, like, your name's Sam Bridges because you connect people, and you have a phobia of people because, get it, you're disconnected, and you have a handcuff that latches you together, get it, because it's like you're trapped by your bonds to people, and it's like, the president's name is Bridget, get it? It's not city, like a rope that connects people, it's like...
I didn't know.
The amount of times I roll my eyes and I'm like, I fucking get it. And it's so redundant. They tell you, Sam, make us whole again. You gotta. It's like, I get it. They treat you like a fucking idiot that can't understand subtext. There's no subtext. The subtext is in not the text, the fucking title of the play. It is the most pretentious, poorly written bullshit. And I can't fucking stand it. But I like the game a lot. It's really fun.
Yeah.
It just drives me nuts when writers treat their audience stupidly.
Down your throat.
I hate that so much. It's like, have better faith in your audience. If they don't get it, they don't get it. Sure, they can still like the game, but like, you don't need to treat us like idiots and make sure we fucking get the message, especially in the first hour. God. But anyway, I do like the game a lot. I really like this idea of like trying to figure out what you need and trying to like optimize your load as best you can. Because it actually reminds me.
Fucked up so many times.
Oh, have you?
I've fucked up so many times. I haven't been attacked and brought in by BTs.
Oh, that's happened to me once.
It's happened to me like once or twice where like the boss thing comes out.
Yeah, that happened to me.
And I'm just like, okay, all I gotta do is fucking run.
Yeah.
And I do that, and it's just like, what pisses me off is when I trip over a rock that is like this size, and I'm like already over it.
Yeah.
I'm like, hitbox can like sometimes be a bit too sensitive, and I'm just like, oh, for fuck's sakes. And then I end up rolling down a hill because I tripped over a small flat rock, and I'm like, okay, baby's crying.
Sounds like you're just carrying too much at once.
No.
Really?
No, like I have a very well optimized loadout, and I'm like, okay, this is enough, and then it's just like.
Because I try not to like have it stack at all. I try to keep it like as little as possible.
I keep it here, here.
See, I got power skeletons now, so I don't have stuff down here.
Well, I sometimes use the power skeleton depending if it's like the bigger loadout ones.
Yeah.
But, like.
Yeah. I always use one because I have a speed skeleton now, which I don't think you would have.
Not yet.
You have to be at that mission.
I'm gonna.
Because I know I'm a little further than you. Because you said you were still at like the first map
Yeah.
doing all the side stuff. Yeah, I just kind of went ahead.
Stupid me, I've been doing the standard missions thinking like, yo, those are just like additional things to finish and you do them once. No, you
optional.
just
Yeah,
repeat.
it's just repetitive side missions that keep dishing you out so you can get
Now that
better
I know
stuff.
that,
Yeah.
I ain't doing it. I'm going back to chapter 3.
But yeah, I really like the idea of optimizing your load because it actually reminds me a lot of when I used to be in scouts and we used to go camping because that was all about that. It's like you don't bring anything you don't need because you have to carry that load into the woods, unload it, and then bring it back out.
Yeah.
So it's like, how much water do you need? Because you need enough for the weekend, but not because water's heavy. And we're also kids, so it's like, don't bring too much water, but bring enough water. So it's like 2-liter bottles, is that enough? Well, you gotta do it a couple of times to kind of figure that out. And yeah, I like that a lot. And then when you leave, the load's always lighter because you consume your food and your water, and it's all gone by the end. And it just reminds me of scouts, and I really like that idea.
Reminds me of my trip to Hamilton.
Oh god!
I was like loaded out, and I was like, yeah, I think I packed a little bit too much, and I was like,
Yeah. God. But that game gets a lot better once you get vehicles.
Yeah.
Like, when you get the motorcycle.
Yeah, I had the motorcycle and I fucking trashed it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know you're supposed to bring it into a garage to fix it up. Yeah. I was like, they didn't tell me.
I didn't know that at first either, and I broke my first motorcycle too.
And I was just like, oh,
but
how am I getting this back?
At a point, you can just fabricate them.
Good.
You can just make them as long as you have the materials.
Because I remember Googling. I was like, how do I get my bike back?
Oh, one cool thing I found out is the mule camps?
Yeah.
Yeah, the mules, for those that haven't played the game, they're like the other human people that'll try to steal your cargo, like the human enemies. You can, if you sneak into their base, you can find that they have like post boxes full of shit that they ordered from other players, and it's hidden behind a rock hologram. So if you find one of those, you can sneak, take all the shit, and then go away, and that's kind of fun to do. That's a good way of getting like resources.
Yeah.
Especially boots, because you're always running out of boots, and getting mule boots is a
always got to stack up on that sandalweed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that stuff runs out so fast though. See, like
I think
the
I
last
have like
resort,
28 of them. Like I'm like.
But that's kind of like I'll use this to get back to a place where I can make actual boots now. Yeah, and I'm glad the boots don't really weigh much, so you can just put them on your boot clip where they don't take up like any space that other stuff would. So like carrying extra pair of boots, something you always want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As Lieutenant Dan always said, change your socks, change your boots.
Exactly.
And I'm like, yes, Lieutenant Dan.
Again, it reminds me of scouts. Like, we didn't bring extra boots, but we'd always bring extra socks, and you had to make sure they're wool socks because cotton does not dry. So if your socks get wet, you need to change into your wool socks.
That's what I hate about my shoes, like, because my shoes have like holes in them, and like, with all the snow that's been happening in the recent days. Water's been getting in there, and I'm like for like a 6-hour shift, I'm walking around with like soaked socks.
Yeah,
and
buy some wool socks for the winter. Wool socks do not really have that problem as much. They dry way faster.
These are summer socks.
Just once cotton socks get wet, they're wet, and you're not gonna fucking dry them. They're just too hard to dry. Cotton mouth. Exactly. It's the opposite of that. It all went here down to your socks. They're all gone. Yeah.
Cotton foot.
I think it's called cotton mouth because cotton is so absorbatory. Or absorptive, whatever the word. Yeah, so it's like as if it like cotton just absorbed everything out of your mouth. Yeah. I would imagine that's probably what it's called, cotton mouth. Yeah.
Being dehydrated, cotton mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Death Stranding. I don't love it. I feel like I can only play it like 2 hours before I get.
I mean, I enjoy it. Like, there's times
slow,
where I can dish out maybe 8 hours to just be messing around, but.
But I don't think it's this galaxy brain thing that not everyone's going to understand. I think like. They make it so easy to understand. Again, they treat you like an idiot in the writing, so it's like, yeah, I get it. But like, I do think it's a thing that a general audience can like. As long as you like.
Wants to do a horror game.
Oh, I would love to see him do a horror game.
Because apparently he's been talking about like he's watching a horror game or video.
Yeah, I would. What was I saying? I forget. Oh, as long as you like games about like journeying, like games about like if you like Grand Theft Auto, even like half of the missions in Grand Theft Auto are just driving from point A to point B. Replace a city with a wasteland, and you have a different kind of if you like that, I'd say.
You're also a babysitter. Like,
oh yeah, the baby thing is kind of annoying. You gotta like
when it starts crying, I'm just like shut up.
Especially when you're in BT territory, it's like please stop. Going by BTs is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot easier than I thought it would be. Like, you can just walk. You only have to, like, go slow and hold your breath when it starts twirling. And that's,
I've watched the thing, and I've made it through, no problem. And I'm just like, okay, cool.
It's a lot less difficult than I thought it was going to be, especially when they're grabbing you. Just keep mashing square, and you're kind of good. And if you drop stuff, just make sure they don't see you and then go back for it. Yeah.
even after like I break them off, I just turn around and go.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I fix my loadout afterwards.
Yeah,
I'm like, this sucks.
I've 3 times though I've crashed into a BT with my motorcycle, and then I have to like get off the motorcycle, lose everything, and then go back, put everything back on the motorcycle, and then go back.
Jesus.
It's super annoying. Yeah. But
Stupid BT.
it's kind of clunky, but whatever. I like
Stupid
it.
BT, she made me look bad.
It is probably one of the best looking games ever made, though.
Yeah.
Like that looks photorealistic, crazy.
Me
good graphics.
and Michael, we were talking about like the comparison of the announcement trailer and
Yeah.
then like the finalized like in-game like scenes.
Yeah.
The difference of like Norman Reedus's model.
Oh, there's
Like,
differences.
Yeah, he looks like a wrinkly thumb almost, like
In the actual game?
like in the trailer,
Oh.
and then in the actual game, he actually like kind of looks more like his model, like his actual real life facial structure.
So they made him even better for
Yeah.
the game. I see.
Yeah, like I was very impressed in
Interesting.
the differences.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I should look at that because I didn't realize that they had
I wonder
differences.
if we still have it in our Discord.
Ooh, that's cool. That's one topic that came up during the interview with Analgesic Productions, is they said like that first Death Stranding trailer, like that came out so early, and that scene's
Yeah.
still in the game pretty much as is.
Yeah.
So like with AAA development, things got to be like concrete and done like way ahead of time, and not much changes. Or like an indie dev with indie team with like only 2 people is a lot more flexibility there. Like they can change stuff a lot more because there's less of a schedule
Yeah.
to adhere to, because you don't have to coordinate tons of people.
Death Stranding. Oh yeah, Banjo-Kazooie.
I really want the ukulele plush now that I like a ukulele.
Yeah.
Because I like those character designs a lot, actually.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I mean, like the differences of their models are like.
Yeah, I'll put this up on screen.
So have there been any other games you've been playing aside from Death Stranding? or-
Just ukulele is the only
Yeah.
other one, and Super Lucky's Tale I played through. Super Lucky's Tale is like a pretty decent game. I like that game a
Yeah.
lot. It's like, it's not mind blowing. It's got like, I do like that it has like its move, like the burrowing move is really unique
Yeah.
from anything else. So like a thing does feel different enough to like be like, oh, this is a new type of thing.
Yeah.
But level design is just kind of run of the mill, but it's still like a lot of fun. And ukulele.
It's just a nice kind of.
Yeah, you played ukulele, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of it? Did you get very far in it?
Are we talking about like ukulele or Impossible Lair?
Impossible Lair, the new
I am very happy with it. I'm not too far into it because I just kind of was like, I'm not really feeling the ukulele right now.
Yeah.
But like
Oh, you just like DK Country a lot, so
the
I figured you
DK
would like it.
Country style is something I'm very happy with because
Yeah.
I absolutely love Donkey Kong Country, and even like watching the trailers, I was like, this is what they should have went with. This is what they should have really started out
Yeah.
with. However, I think they shouldn't have, like, because I'm also like yes, but I'm like no, because
Yeah.
it was a learning curve for them.
Well, I mean, those character designs were built after Banjo-Kazooie,
Yeah.
not Donkey and Diddy.
Yeah, but like they did a fantastic job either way, right?
Yeah.
But like yeah, no, it's very very similar in a sense where I was like, capital B. He kind of has like an airship, kind of like K. Rool now. Like, this is the second game, and
I
I'm
was
like,
thinking like Mario 3 Bowser
Yeah.
airship is what I was thinking.
but like I was like,
Yeah.
okay, so he has like that Armada kind of ship style thing
Yeah.
going on, and I'm like, the fact that like the first level that you're thrown into is like the last level.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
I love that.
I'm like,
I love that.
that's-
The first
that's
level's the
pretty-
last
that's pretty
level,
cool.
and I like that you can go back and try it anytime you
Yeah.
want. And you could theoretically get through it
Yeah.
right away if you're like crazy good at the game and you don't take any hits.
Yeah.
I had one comment. Some guy said like, I got all 48 Bs and I tried the Impossible Lair 50 times and couldn't beat it, and then I deleted the game. It's like, well, that sounds like a you problem.
Sounds to me like you needed a little more help.
It
Did
took-
you, did you pass it on to your big brother?
God, I think after I got all the Bs, I think on my 5th or 6th attempt I beat
Yeah.
it. Like, it is hard and it will take practice even with all of the hits, but I thought it was a great final level. I love that final
Man,
level.
I need some cheats. No, James, it's just a couple of bees.
God. But yeah, what else? Is that all we good? I mean, do you want
Dude,
to
Sonic Adventure 2 is like still one of my favorite games.
Where did that come from?
It's the truth.
All right. Yeah, I mean, honestly, same. Like,
What I want to do is I want to get it on Steam because I'm seeing all these mods nowadays.
Yeah,
and
there's
I'm like,
mods for it.
I would love to
I
like
see somebody
mod it. Yeah.
modded like Silver the Hedgehog
Yeah.
into it. Yeah.
And Blaze is in there now too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've seen a Blaze model, and I'm like,
That's
Mario
cool.
64. I'm like, watching Mario do the Kako like
Oh my
weird
God.
like trick is amazing.
That's weird.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want
Alright,
to take
moving
Patreon
on to-
questions now?
On to question.
Oh, speaking of the way you said that just reminded me. You remember Eric Andre's finally getting to season 5?
Yeah.
It's 5 or 6? 5.
5.
Yeah. And you remember that like warrior ninja rap thing?
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah. Where it's like, oh my god,
this beat is trash.
Oh my god, I'm about to bust my ass. They're making a full show out of that bit.
No, because like I remember watching that and I was dying on the ground.
It's like my favorite Eric Andre bit.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, they're making a full show out of that. But
I was like, this is what I need.
Figured that was worth mentioning.
Yeah. I just hope like Hannibal gets messed with on
Oh,
there.
okay. I hope Hannibal and Eric are both the hosts of it. Like they're the actual show.
Yeah. I think this guy's gonna mess up.
All right. Do you want to move on to Patreon questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving on to Patreon questions.
All right. We got 12 so far. Ginger Muggins asks, what games are you hoping to get ported to the Switch? I would like to see the Sonic Adventure games and like Jet Set Radio.
I've said that. I want the Dreamcast like.
Just Dreamcast games.
Yeah.
It's we still don't have all of those Dreamcast games that got all ported to PS3 and Xbox on Switch.
I would love
Crazy
that.
Taxi.
Crazy Taxi. I still am sitting here. I want 3D World so badly just because that's mine. That's a me thing. I really want that, as well as Rare Replay. Like those are two things I really want.
I would love Rare Replay and Switch.
Yeah.
Like Crazy Taxi. Skies of Arcadia. Really.
Yes.
Switch port.
Just give me like the Dreamcast like Dream Collection.
Yeah, with like put like Power Stone 1 or 2 in there. All like those iconic Dreamcast games. Typing of the Dead. You could plug a keyboard, any keyboard into your Switch now and play
Fantasy Star.
Fantasy Star, yeah.
People would be happy.
All right. Go Motion asks, what are your thoughts on the end of Petscop? Yeah, the creator of Petscop revealed himself. Petscop's over.
Really?
Yeah, and that last episode, I felt like there's still so much more, and I'm like, well, I guess you can end there.
You feel it was anticlimactic?
A little bit.
Yeah.
But I feel like all the pieces are probably there, but I mean, at this point, I feel too lazy to put them together, so I don't know if I really care that much about Petscop's ending, honestly.
Yeah.
And the guy revealing himself, it's like, well, I mean, that's what you do when you're done. And I think it's cool. He posted the whole soundtrack to YouTube, so you can get there's a clean rip of all the music, which is really cool. He's been posting a lot of behind the scenes stuff on Twitter, and that's cool. I just see if I could like interview that guy. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
See if he'd be down for an interview.
Yo, going back to the first question, I want Fur Fighters.
Fur Fighters.
Because it was on Dreamcast. Like put that on.
I don't know.
On the
Didn't
Switch.
they have like
They had it on PS2.
I'm thinking Cell Damage got a PS3 port. No, like wasn't very good.
Yeah.
But yeah. Super Nobody 2SS64 asks, what game with motion controls would you like to see remade with a traditional control scheme the most?
Skyward Sword.
Skyward Sword wouldn't work without motion controls. You need all that. It wouldn't work without it because it was built around it.
Well, I mean, like they could like make it from the ground up, but like that'd be just tedious, I guess.
Yeah. The only games I could think of that would work is when a motion is just a button press equivalent.
Would
like
you
Mario
say
Galaxy.
Sonic and Secret Ring could like be remade without motion control?
Yeah, it could.
Yeah,
it
then
could.
I would like to see that.
Because it's just tilting stick left and right, and then like homing attack, and that's it. Like that could easily be replaced with a stick.
I still can't believe they were like, this is going to be like the equivalent of Sonic 06.
No.
Yeah, and I was like, what are you talking about, Sega?
God, no. Mario Galaxy, you could replace it with a button press, but you wouldn't be able to aim at the screen for the start bit, so that wouldn't work.
With the Switch, I mean, you could use the touch screen. I know.
I guess.
I also know that the gyro motion in Captain Toad is used in a sense like that. However, it's terrible because you don't actually have like a tracking.
Yeah.
So like it's a little more tedious. Like you need to kind of like actually calculate your movement.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can only play this on in handheld mode.
Yeah. I don't know. I never was much of a motion control hater. I mean, like I would say like Monkey Ball, Banana Blitz. That was good without motion control. But that game's like get to a point in that game and it just suddenly sucks.
Someone came in and returned that the other day, and they were like, "Do you think this game would be better or Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze?" And I went, "Tropical Freeze, most definitely."
Yeah.
I was like,
100%.
For the money you're paying for this, it's best to just go with this because this has a whole lot more replay value. Because once you're done this one, you're just done that one.
Yeah.
So it's just to swap them, and then I did, and I was like, another copy of this put on the back of the shelf so no one can buy it.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I was gonna say something else, but oh yeah, I want to see. Honestly, I would like to see games without motion controls and play them with motion controls. See how that would play. Like, you ever play Infamous 2 with the move controls?
No.
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
You aim in third person. It's like the button placement on the move controller sucks. So like figuring out which button jumps and which one dodges sucks. But if they had like, I actually really like playing Infamous with the pointing controls. It plays like Metroid Prime. And it works. It works fine.
Yeah.
Call of Duty Black Ops 2 on the Wii U.
Yeah.
You can play that with Wiimote Nunchuck with motion controls.
Yeah.
I want to try that sometime because I found like, you know, motion controls, you're swinging shit, just equivalent of button press, like Twilight Princess swinging swords is fucking pointless. But I do like aiming at stuff, because I find just aiming the claw shot with the Wii remote is way more precise than just doing it with the control stick.
Yeah.
I like that way more. So like, I don't know. I feel motion controls has its sweet spots, and like now you got gyro like assist for like aiming the bow and arrow in Breath of the Wild. That's peak motion control. That's what it should be. Yeah. That's like Mario Galaxy and. I guess Sonic Secret Rings, I guess I would like to see. I don't know. Love your content, but what's going on with Ant Dude? First a call out, then the matching Twitter icons. Fuck Ant Dude, he sucks gorilla dick.
I think he's kind of...
Mood asks, what's the underutilized...
We're friends on Switch.
You'll see.
I don't know what's going on either.
Mood asks, what's an underutilized mechanic you wish more games implemented?
Fortnite dances.
God. Maybe like costumes. I love when games have unlockable costumes.
I would love more costumes.
Like Mario Odyssey, Lucky's Tale. That stuff's just fun.
No,
that
stuff is cool.
It's not really a mechanic though.
More like an additional thing.
Yeah.
It just adds more character to it. Because like Breath of the Wild, I love the costumes.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them did kind of add like special effects.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I really like costume add-ons.
I wish more platformers were like less afraid to just like make all the movement very physics based and not give you a double jump, so you can just reset your momentum. And it was actually like the way Mario does it, like physics based challenging platforming. I don't know if that's really a mechanic. I don't know. Nico Salazar asks,
"What's your all-time Fortnite
all-time favorite movie? The Departed."
Scarface.
All right, there we go. Fart Boy, what's your favorite cereal?
Boy.
I don't know. I haven't eaten cereal in a long time. I don't eat cereal
I used to really like
Nesquik cereal.
Nesquik's cool.
No, Reese Puffs. Reese Puffs.
I loved Reese's Puffs. I loved Count Chocula. However, now I actually really like Mini Wheats.
Really?
Like I've peaked because like when I was a kid I was like I fucking ate Mini Wheats.
Yeah,
gross.
No, I
and
like Mini Wheats as a kid.
And I eat them and I'm like, that shit's good.
Cereal's just bad for you. It's super sugary, and it's just I just try not to eat it. I eat fruit for breakfast.
Last cereal I ate was the Mario Amiibo cereal.
Really? Yeah. Wow. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Leia asks, if you had an unlimited budget, is there a movie you'd want to make? If so, what about? Also, any techniques, effects, actors you'd want to include? I would definitely want to make an adaptation. I've always wanted to do this, and I hopefully will do it someday. Fan film of Hotel Dusk, like feature length. I would, like, if I had the budget, I would just buy a hotel and, like, renovate it, hire, like, people to renovate it to look as close to the game as possible, because that game's mapped out in 3D space, so I could, like, probably rip the models online and use them as a reference. And I would hire actors that like more as closely as possible look like the characters. And maybe I was thinking like people tell me that even I kind of look like Kyle Hyde if I kind of furrow my brow a little bit.
I mean I've always looked at because like I remember when I looked at that I was like did someone like just draw
some
you?
Some people think that's a drawing of me. You know, it's a picture of Kyle Hyde. So like maybe I could play Kyle Hyde if I'm well into my 30s or closer to the age he is. And the lighting would be very influenced from like film noir lighting. Like I would use a little bit of fog machines so the light has a little bit of depth. Not like a foggy room, but just enough to make the light have that kind of. You can see the light piercing through the air. What is it? Effects? I don't really think there'd be much effects. Maybe like a gunshot. I think like someone fires a gun at once in that game somewhere in like a flashback or something. That's not really VFX heavy. It wouldn't be a very VFX heavy.
Would you think it'd be like the more or less like just like white and black kind of style with long
I was just about to say, I would definitely have to have some sort of homage to the original rotoscoping art style, and the idea I had to include that, because it would be live action, you can't just rotoscope the whole thing.
Breakdowns.
The flashbacks would be rotoscoped.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would just have to hire animators to do that, and that would be probably the most expensive
It'd be like
part.
Aha's music video take.
But it would be that black and white kind of scribbly art style, so it wouldn't be too demanding.
Yeah.
But that would be that's where a lot of the budget would go. But yeah, that's if I had unlimited budget, that would be the first movie I'd ever make, because I've been wanting to do that since like high school.
Yeah, I mean, I've had like kind of three. One more or less being a musical, which was like the WarioWare musical.
Oh yeah,
like, that was like something I had in my mind since like junior high. However, I would love to do a movie based on amiibos, like actual full-based amiibos.
Yeah.
However, almost like shitty like B-grade superhero.
Oh yeah.
Actually, like Captain Amiibo, where it's like taking these. Oh, like, yeah, they're just $15 toys or $20 toys, but, like, tapping them into my body, getting those power-ups, and then using those. Can't have a cameo Stan Lee, though. So, I was like, bummed out about that. Another one was just, like, a Garanicor the movie, where it's just, like, two and a half hours of just, like, random shit, and, like,
like, all the
things kind of connecting
over
and
the
linking.
years, and
then just having, like, one, like, big old like Infinity War thing.
Oh god,
style shit.
We have like 10 CG Alexes.
All gloves are Bungus. It's like
Bungus come back.
It's like yes, unlimited power. It's a remote.
That version of Alex from the Pizza Prophecy, that would be the Thanos.
Yeah,
he'd be the villain.
Well, that's why I always said like the gloves are Bungus are like some kind of like dark entity that like consumes your body.
Yeah, because he kills me and you in that video. He's the villain. Yeah.
And like Evil Brady, he has the gloves of Bungus when he shoots Alex.
Oh my god!
Like that. Why do you think I wanted those? Why did you think I wanted those? Like I've had dark lore in what is it? The superhero one where Alex is like Bagul. In the background, I intentionally peeked out a bit, like because some people have said it's like why the fuck was Brady in that shot? Time travel Brady.
So is that superhero thing right after the Pizza Prophecy then?
No, because that's actually prior, because I had said that is actually Alex's ancestor, in a sense, or at least like a relative who has had the gloves of Bungus, and so that's why he's like kind of unlocked them.
I see.
And then when Alex gets the key, he gets access to those.
To his old grandfather.
And then he's like, the gloves are Bungus! So
we need to make an origin story of Gloves for Bungus that links those two videos. We have to do that. I love doing dumb lore shit with like our sketch comedy series.
Yeah.
God,
it's just you guys are getting some tidbits on Garanicor right now.
If Alex comes back for Christmas, we are fucking doing that. Yeah. Brandon's coming back for Christmas too.
Awesome.
If we can get him and Alex over, we could do a thing like that.
Yeah.
God, well, let's do that. Back to the questions, I guess. That was a good fucking answer. Yeah. Mr. Awesome asks, since you have a lot of old consoles, how often have you run into issues such as disc lasers not reading properly or having to replace batteries and cartridges? I myself have been running into some of these issues myself lately. It's not something I've never dealt with, but it's not something I deal with often. The only time I've ever had to replace a battery and a cartridge was Pokemon Silver in high school.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, I just haven't really run into that problem with a lot of my N64 games, surprisingly enough. One thing I did run into was getting Japanese games working on my N64. Now I have an RGB modded console, and the guy also made the slot region free, so anything can go in there. But like when I wanted footage of like Chameleon Twist 2 Japanese version, that I had to. That's why I showed the process in the video. Screw off the back and change that, and I figured that out. The only hardware problem I've been having lately is my PS2 that I currently use. Sometimes the disc doesn't spin because the thing that like that locks in, so it's like, oh, the disc reader's closed. It doesn't like the whatever button it presses isn't getting pressed. So sometimes I have to push down on it and get it running. And it's a pain in the ass. I got to figure out how to like fix that permanently. No, I got a lot of consoles. I have every PlayStation except the Vita. I have every Nintendo console ever. Except the Virtual Boy. And I have a Sega Saturn and a Dreamcast. And I have an Xbox Original and 360. Those are all the consoles I have.
Yeah, I pretty much have a similar amount. I mean, I've got my Nintendo. I've got my Super Nintendo, 64, PS1, PS2, PS3. PS4, Vita, PSP, Game Boys, from Color to SP. I have a Game Boy Pocket, which was like the smaller version of like the Game Boy. I had a DS Lite at one point. Most of the generations of the 3DS, because right up from the original to new, and like the Wii, GameCubes. Only one I've had laser issues with was with one of my older GameCubes, and it's the one that, of course, I put like the sticker decals on.
Yeah.
It's it was like a kit that had the Super Smash Bros. Melee layout of like all the characters lined up, plus additional characters like that were models of like the trophies added in there, and I was like, because like Wario's in there, he's like, and I'm like, okay, cool. Laserdisc issue on that because it burnt out, and I didn't know how to change it, so I've just left it on my shelf. I've never changed the battery in one of my cartridges because I'm too scared to.
It's not that
I know
hard.
it's pretty straightforward, but like...
You just need to buy a watch battery from I think it's like a C2032 battery. It's something like that. Just like Google it.
Yeah.
It's so easy to do. As long as you have the right screwdriver to open it.
Yeah.
First time I did it as a kid, I took 2 pocket knives and did that. Really bad idea. I actually have the screw bit now if you ever want to borrow that, and you can crack into your N64 cards.
I need a screwdriver for my GameCube controller because like the rumble got fucked up.
I think I have that. I think they use the same security bolt that they use for the Switch, and I actually bought a kit that lets you open that screws, and I did that to replace the joystick of my Switch Joy-Con.
Oh, you had Drift?
I had Drift, and I actually bought a new joystick for $10 on Amazon and replaced the stick altogether, and it works fine.
Wow.
Yeah, getting that thing apart was a pain in the ass.
I've been told.
There's a lot in there. It's if it's easier to get the shell open and close in a PS4 controller, but dealing with the innards and the guts of it is way more to.
Because I remember one time you had to do that with one of your PS4 controllers.
Yeah, I've taken
was
apart
funky on the back trigger, I think it was.
Yeah.
And then you took it apart and you were like, yeah, I fixed that. And I was like,
I think the touchpad stopped work, or maybe one of the sticks. I forget.
Yeah.
I've taken my original DualShock 4 apart 3 times and replaced a part in it 3 times. I think once I replaced the stick just because the rubber was getting worn down. Once I replaced the trigger, and I think once the film that like the buttons press like that got buggered up, so I like replaced the film. That's like the deepest part of it I had to replace. So I guess that's some like controller issues I've had that I fixed, but that's all I can really think of.
Only thing I've ever replaced was circle pad on a 3DS.
Yeah.
Because when I didn't know how to fix that, I made a makeshift analog control circle pad of cardboard, duct tape, and sandpaper for a grip.
Oh,
so it wouldn't just slip underneath my finger. And I pretty much graded down my so my thumb is like a little bit sensitive more than this one.
That's a bad.
And I was like, that was stupid me. All because I wanted to play Smash Bros. 3DS.
Yeah.
And
that thing will break your 3DS. Yeah.
Yeah. So afterwards, I would get my friend's XL, who ended up breaking it because the screen just went. So I just broke open his, took out the circle pad, finally figured out how to replace it, and I was like, nice!
Yeah. My original DS has been busted for years, and I ripped it in half in that Mario.
I remember that.
And people I got like, so many comments that were pissed off. It's like, no, the thing was already busted as shit. I just tore it in half, whatever. Yeah. Like, when I'm holding it and I'm like, oh, I'm playing the game, it's like on camera. I'm not actually playing the game. You actually like
holding it together.
I was, but like, I don't know if people assume like I'm actually playing. Why would I actually play the game for the camera? This is me acting it out.
So I spent 20 hours in front of the camera just saying what.
Yeah. Do you think that's how I make videos? I sit in front of the camera playing it for 20 hours and cut that down.
James, dinner's ready. I'm filming today.
Yeah, sorry, I'm filming for 20 hours straight.
Here.
Yes, you act it out. I'm acting when I'm on camera, and I'm never actually playing the game. I'm just pretending to because I'm delivering a narrative. It's not actually Anyway, next question. Jelly Raincoat asks, what is the worst and best game you played this year? Any new ideas for the channel next year? I really love the content. Keep that awesome work. Thank you. Worst game I played this year, best game I played. Best game, easily Resident Evil 2 Remake. Love that. Love that game a lot.
Enjoying that.
I don't know if I really played anything bad this year. That Monkey Ball thing,
Banana Blitz is my worst.
That's all I can think of. Yeah.
What else came out this year?
I got the Sinking City. That game's super buggy, not super well made, but I am liking it a lot. I'm gonna try and get through that.
Yeah.
I do want to review Sinking City and Call of Cthulhu on PS4.
Yeah.
Like, even not during the Halloween season, just kind of...
Yeah.
Maybe in February or something. I want to finally review LSD Dream Emulator early next year.
Yeah.
I want to finally get that thing done, because I've been wanting to review that forever, and I have so much to say about that thing. Just because every person who's ever reviewed that game is just like, this is weird, and that's all they managed to say about it, but there's so much going on there.
My best game so far is... You think it'd be Death Stranding by how much I've talked about it, but it's obviously Luigi's Mansion 3. That's probably my best game.
That game's so good.
Worst game is Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz.
Yeah.
I also noticed the PS Vita game is called Banana Splits.
Weird.
And I'm like...
That's the one with the touchpad,
yeah, someone
right?
traded that in, and it's $14 at my work, and I'm just looking at it, and I'm like...
It sucks. Don't get
I
it.
am not buying that. I was like, I spent $40 on one that I thought was good, and it was terrible. I'm not spending $14.
A lot of those Monkey Balls that came after Monkey Ball 2, like, aren't good.
No, just stick to the original.
The original 2 are like...
That's what should be Switch. Yeah.
Yeah, Monkey Ball 1 and 2.
Yeah, like, literally, just like, give me all them Dreamcasts, GameCubes, like...
Yeah.
Dude, put Billy Hatcher in the giant fucking egg on there.
Hatcher, that's what we need.
I think I'm going to stream that tonight.
Opa Pingus Style.
Oh my fuck.
Asks, since you're a fellow Pokemon Puzzle League aficionado, I'm wondering, what do you prefer if Panel de Pon came back reskinned as Pokemon again, reskinned as something else, or just ditching the whole reskin thing from N-Star Lip and friends like the original?
Luigi's Paranormal Puzzle League.
Also, yes, you can call me Spring Day Autumn Moon for it's good. Sorry, but I mean, I read that in the order that I read that. I know who that is, and I know that Spring Day is they usually use by their patron name.
Oh, yeah.
You would have
I know you.
Yeah.
I know you.
Yeah.
I know you.
But no, I would like to see it reskinned again, because honestly, like those fairy characters, just I really don't see them doing as well in the West as they did in the East, and I understand
very cutesy,
it's just I don't know, I don't think that would appeal to a Western audience as much as like just using a property that already works, and they already did Yoshi, already did Pokemon, and I think Pokemon will work again, but I would rather them just use a new property, like maybe Donkey Kong or Zelda or something. What would work really well? Pokemon works so good, and Yoshi did too. Kirby. Yeah, do Kirby again, because they did a Bubble Bobble Kirby game, or was it Bubble Bobble? Puyo Kirby game.
For sure.
Do Kirby.
But I was gonna say, I was like, maybe you don't need to switch the characters. All you gotta do is just put some aggressive eyebrows on it. Oh God,
no. Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I looked over at Tom Nook, I went,
Animal Crossing.
Yeah, but like,
yeah.
I don't want another Amiibo Festival thing to go down.
No, it would just be Tetris Attack or Panel de Pon, but with Animal Crossing characters. Add some new. No, I love Tetris Attack is one of my favorite puzzle games. My favorite version of it is Pokemon Puzzle League. But Panel de Pon, that game, I think that's my favorite puzzle game ever.
Speeds up.
But I always joke that my favorite Pokemon game is Puzzle League. I mean, I joke, but no, it actually is. Like my favorite game that's ever had the Pokemon name on it is Puzzle League for N64.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would use Animal Crossing characters. Yeah. I think that would, especially Animal Crossing is one of Nintendo's most popular IPs at the time. So I think
I want to see another Pokemon Snap game come out.
Yeah,
I really love Pokemon Snap.
Do you remember Africa on PS3?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a really hard to find game.
It is.
And you would always see it in the $20 bin at
I wish I got it back then.
It's always those Natsume games.
Yeah.
Because I know there's like this
apparently
friend. Like princess game that was on DS. And I would always see it, and then my friend's like, I've been trying to track that down forever. And I'm like, I am so sorry, I would have bought it for you.
I wish you could have known what games you would have been interested in later and would have been harder to find.
That's why
back then.
That's why when I bought Daemon X Machina, I was like, I have a feeling this is going to be one of those.
Yeah,
games.
exactly.
You're not going to be
able to find the thing anywhere in a year.
Because I've only sold one copy of that at my work.
Wow.
Because someone was like, yeah, I've been looking for Daemon X Machina, and I'm like,
jeez,
we have one. Here you go. I was the only dude who had that on pre-order.
Yeah, that's crazy. Trey Hova asks, are you ever going to do the last two Rayman games, complete the entire series, or are they too far out of the channels to usually line up 3D platforms and horror? No, I will do them eventually. I don't know when. I mean, the thing is, like, I have a billion things I want to do. There's a billion things I got to get to, but, like, it's just whatever I feel like doing. I would like to revisit the Rayman series and redo videos on 1, 2, and 3. Re-Rayman, and then after that, then I could just marathon into Origins and Legends as well. You know, I don't know. Maybe you'll see Rayman Arena sometime soon in a thing that.
Yeah, maybe you'll see Rayman Arena in a thing sometime soon.
Yeah, maybe that'll be a thing that's a little more than a usual episode.
Yeah, it
Maybe
could most likely be something that will happen quite soon.
this might even be the next thing you could expect, and there maybe I'm not the only one reviewing it. Who knows? We'll
Never know.
That's all I say. Non-disclosure. I didn't sign no agreement. I have no reason to keep the secret. I just am. All right. Let's see if we have any more questions. That seems to be it. Wait, a little more comments. Yeah, that seems to be all the questions we got.
Yeah, seems about right.
If you posted the questions after we're finished recording, then apologies. But
sorry.
You gotta get a little too late. I gotta start posting
this like
the day before, but I always forget. God.
Hence the start of this. I was like,
Yeah.
ask the question, ask the questions, ask the questions.
God, yeah. Well, any final thoughts, or should we just wrap this up?